Hey guys, it's Billy from Performance Unlimited. I'm back with another tip to help you love the way you look, feel, and live. Here's the topic we got today, right? Should I or should I not count calories? It's an important one and one that's constantly talked about. We're using MyFitnessPal, we're using this and that to count every single thing that we put into our bodies. But is that the most effective way? Here's the truth. At Performance Unlimited, we believe that it can serve a very specific purpose and can be a strategy that we use. But too often we see people begin to create a negative relationship with food because all they're consumed about is how many calories is that? What is that? Every single thing is about weighing their food, putting it in MyFitnessPal, and they don't have the opportunity to actually enjoy the meals they're eating. You see, in our experience, the healthiest people, the people who are invested in their health and wellness, all have a positive relationship with food. It's something that they look forward to, something they enjoy, not something that they dread because they know they got to take the time, the energy to count it all and put it all together. But where can this be effective? And where do we actually use this as a tool? And it's just that, a tool in the toolkit to begin to create awareness around what you're eating and why you're eating. Oftentimes we'll have clients go through a specific period of time where they're actually writing it down or putting it in some sort of platform so that we can create awareness around what they're eating and how much. So if you decide this is the best strategy for you, you feel like this is gonna provide you a resource to understand what you're doing better, here's what we found to be the most effective way to go about this. Step number one to counting calories is find the platform that makes sense for you. Whether that's using MyFitnessPal, whether it's the classic approach of pen, paper, and writing it down, whether that's using some other app to track food, use a specific platform. Step number two, set a deadline. Again, you don't want to do this forever, nor should you. Set a time period that you're actually going to count the calories for. Is that for the next week, the next 2 weeks, the next 2 days, 3 days? How long are you actually going to keep track of that? And finally, step number three is reflect and adjust. The most important step of all is what have you learned over the time that you are counting the calories? What insight has that given you? And then make the necessary changes. For instance, let's say, hey, I have too much processed food in my meal. Well, then what's the next strategy to tackle that? And it shouldn't be just counting more and more and more. It should be creating a new strategy based on what you've learned about that. So again, as a quick little recap, counting calories can be a tool. It can be a resource for creating awareness around what you're actually doing throughout the course of the day. But be careful, because again, what we found is it has a tendency and can potentially lead to negative outcomes, negative relationships with your own health and wellness journey. So if you're gonna do it, follow our 3-step plan. Find the right platform for you, set a deadline for how long you're gonna do it, and then reflect and set the next strategy in motion.